FX 350 and lightweight flywheel in this one. Let's move this one out of the way and then we'll get the next one in so you can see what it is. This, of course, is an FK8 Civic Type R. Sounds like it has an exhaust on it already. Hear that? This is what he supplied. Let's lay it out. In case you didn't know, these cars were made in England. They were made in Swindon. Essentially, it's stock under here. It sounds like it has an exhaust. We'll verify that here in a minute when we get it up in the air. To do the modifications we're doing to this, the car has to be tuned, and in order for it to be tuned, the ECU has to have the jailbreak performed, which we'll show you that later in the video. This is our brief list right here. PRL Intercooler, AWE exhaust with mid pipe and front pipe, PRL intake. We always like to have this as like a checklist. We have a work order too, but I always transfer it over to this so we have a visual of what's going on while we're working on the car. Before we get started on this car, how about I show you a video of an NSX we just worked on 2 days ago. Beautiful NSX, came in for downpipes and exhaust from Signs of Speed, as well as an oil change, which might have been its first oil change. Check it out. So I used to talk about oil so much over the years, to a point I stopped because some people would argue with me about it. I mean, this is like one of those touchy subjects, and I don't know what it is about it. It shouldn't be. This is the only thing that stops metal on metal. Think of your engine, everything is like this. If you don't mind getting your hands dirty, pull your dipstick, put it between two fingers, and just do this and feel how gritty and sticky it is. Then next time you do a fresh oil change, do it again. It's an unbelievable difference. I was once at one of those little trade shows where the guy has the little bearing, he puts it in the machine and drips oil on it and puts tension on it, and showed the exact same oil with different rating. I wish I could get one. I'm going to get one of those one day. You know, I'm going to get it and just do it for my own sanity and to show you guys. But this is the oil that came out of the NSX. Until I show you that demonstration with different oils, change your oil. Don't be that guy that thinks it's a conspiracy and you should leave the oil in forever. The NSX oil filter is accessed through the trunk. There's an inspection cover that you remove. This is a tool Honda sell to put in there, which sounds kind of crazy, but it works very well. It sits in there and it allows you to remove the oil filter this way. It collects any dripping oil that might be in the engine bay or even in the trunk. Pretty basic, but it's surprising how well this works. We've used this quite a bit. So I'm not a fan of this cartridge style filter. It's like all the exotics do it. If you ever get a chance to work on a Ferrari or a McLaren, Porsche, this is what they have. Even I think Mercedes have it. I'm still a big fan of the old metal can filter. I just think it's a more reliable, less chance of something breaking. I guess this is a good design because plenty use it. You can see how dark this filter is, the oil that's in it. Again, just stay on top of your oil changes, guys. Use your favorite oil, use your manufacturer's suggested oil, but just change it. Yep. This is why some of the exhaust shops get such a bad name. I mean, first off, it's all MIG welded, resonators are removed, but it's just not a very good job at doing such. Wait till you see this bit. Look at that. That was the rattling I heard. That's where the hanger should be. Somebody did a terrible job. Again, when you go to an exhaust shop and he quotes you a price that might seem high, just think he might be doing a good job for you too. I mean, that's terrible. This is such a nice car. That's such an awful job. We'll show you this when we have it apart. You see how much smaller the factory intercooler is. The PRL intercooler is huge. And it's such a nice piece. Definitely worth the money if you're shopping for intercoolers. There is a few options out there. We've installed a few. We really like the PRL one. There you go. You get a good look at it. Look how tiny that thing is. So there is room above here too. This is the bumper support. You see how much room there is here. So that new intercooler takes up all of that space. Open that. I wanted to get your first impression on that. I've looked at it. This is the first time you've seen it.
Yes, it is.
I want to see what you think, because I am super impressed with this thing.
It feels very nice.
This is about the same manufacturer. This is Rizzle that makes our document bags.
Yeah.
So you can see it's got the same kind of materials to it. It's got the same
nice.
S2000 embroidered in red. The S2000 logo matches the document bags.
Look, and there's an extra little bag in there.
Yeah.
That's like a dude purse. I mean, chicks can have like a car.
I don't know if
but...
I'm going to cut that bit out.
Why? I think it's cool because look, there's just all these little compartments like that. So there's
There's one there,
two,
one there, and then a
three,
zipper compartment.
4, 5. That's super, like, I love compartments. Like, in my purses.
It's just good to keep you somewhat organized, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, and it's soft.
This here fastens on the passenger side near the footwell.
Yeah.
And it's out the way. It sits on the passenger side. It sits to the left of your feet. And it attaches on those little pieces, which the S2000 has this like little cargo net, which is almost useless. They all have it, and it's not like a bag. It's just a little net.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with it. This fits on there. And we're going to carry them in the store. I wanted to get your impression of them.
Yeah.
This is something we did a comparison of an Amazon bag compared to our bag stenciled. It's got the same kind of edging, the same kind of look. There's edging here. Look at the material. And when you start looking at this stuff, I mean, I've never really been a bag guy, so I don't really know, you know, immediately until I look at them side by side. And then you start seeing, I mean, like right down to this, having it lined.
Yeah.
And like this edging in here. I mean,
well, and everything is just high quality. Like when you touch it, there's nothing scratchy, and you know, it's very pliable. It's not.
It's a vinyl, it's a high quality vinyl, but it's got like the look of leather, and it's got the look of the interior of the car.
Yeah.
So by the time you see this video, it should be in the store. I'm taking pictures now. I just wanted to let Esther see it so she knows what it's about. Right now, there's a part number for 2000 to 2005, and then 06 and up. We might be making those all one part number once. It's just a difference of size. One is an inch bigger.
We're gonna offer this in different colors or no?
In the future. Right now it's just red.
Okay.
Each one of them is going to have our LHT tag to show that it's something we kind of put our stamp on. We don't build it, it's built for us. But that just matches our document bags. It's going to be $89.99.
This will go into a...
I think it's actually a good price.
It'll go in a padded envelope, easy.
Which means shipping is like $10.
Yeah.
So basically for $100,
well, $10.95, yeah.
You're going to get this shipped to you in 2 to 3 days. So you're going to get it fast.
Yeah.
So that will fit in a padded envelope?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Okay, and they're insured for $100, so that's pretty much $10.95 is going to be your shipping.
Yep.
It comes priority with a tracking number, like almost everything that we ship now is all priority because it's getting there fast and you can track it. Look how much room there is.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. When
Yeah,
it's...
there's quite a bit of room. So now the exhaust is on the AWE. This is the non-valved, obviously being the FKA. Making these things fit is kind of like a process of loosening everything up and trying to find all the different areas to get it to line up the best. This is the best we can get it to line up, which is actually pretty good. If you look, you've got not only this surface here, as you look this way, you're trying to get them all to line up. You're trying to get this gap here and this gap here to balance out. Then the gaps up here, and then if you're looking straight up, you're trying to get them all to come out kind of even. When you do one, it changes the other. This is actually sticking out further, but from every other dimension, it looks to be right. We'll put it on the ground, but looking down, this one sticks out a little bit more, but every direction, when you look at it, it looks even. Which, like I say, is it's kind of balancing it out. So we can't start it because it needs to be flashed. The bigger meth housing is obviously going to change the tune considerably. That's as far as we can go. We'll put it down on the ground. Our good friend Johnny's going to show up, plug in his magic, and then we'll get some sound clips. Meanwhile, it's not raining here, but it's raining over there. Isn't that weird? Let me walk over the parking lot. Our favorite tuner is here with the magic black box. So he's going to do the jailbreak, and you're putting in a stage 2 tune from your site, right?
That's correct.
This is important. You can't tune it without jailbreaking it. You can either take the ECU out and send it off, or get a hold of John. And we're going to put something together here at the shop. We're going to do like a jailbreak, like a meet. That way we can get some Civic Type R's together and basically get them all done at one go. This is the ECU right here. We've already unplugged the main plugs. This is where he's going to plug into. So if somebody was to mail in an ECU to somebody, they're not really going to be able to put a tune in at the same time, are they?
No, so the ECU has to be connected back to the vehicle and flashed, just like any other OBD2 flash device.
The sound clip back here. You guys looking at the AWE exhaust, that's what it looks like from the back. I like the black tips. It's pretty mellow. So we'll get it up to temperature, get some sound clips. We're just going to run it on down our side street, just make sure everything is happy, and get some sound clips for you guys. Always forget to take a thumbnail separate, so there's your thumbnail right there. So let me get George to drive it, get some sound clips. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. All right, we'll call the customer. This one's ready to go. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what the PRL intercooler looks like and the PRL airbox. And and of course the AWE exhaust. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the subscribe, hit the like, and we'll see you on the next video.